In this video, we'll be looking at this A6 wireless microphone. This is just the box that it comes in. So you can see we have a kind of display of the case and the features and such. We also have a user manual, a USB-C charging cable for charging the case, two magnetic clips, which I'll show you in a minute, and then the receiver for, of course, plugging into your phone so that the microphones connect. So let's go ahead and get into the case itself. The case does have a display on it. It doesn't show well on video, but it does say 57% right now, and it shows the level of battery for each microphone. On the back, we do have the USB-C charging port. And then for the microphones themselves, this is where the receiver sits, of course, so this just goes in here. And then we do have the two microphones as well, so we'll go ahead and look at these. So each microphone is very small, of course, just kind of sitting in the palm of your hand. You can see it's very small and lightweight. The audio goes into the front here, so we have the kind of microphone grill on the top of each. Then on the side of each, we do have a button for switching between the different modes. And on the back here, we have how we mount it. So this is fully magnetic. You can clip this part kind of out inside your shirt and then this part microphone out, of course. So it'd be kind of like this. We'll show with the instruction manual. So like that, for example, and this would be your shirt. So you can easily mount it to hats or shirts or those sort of things, which is really easy. Or if you want to, you use this magnetic clip and then it clips on, and then you can clip it to the outside of your shirt, again, to a hat or whatever you want. So nice to have those two options. I think the magnetic mount is especially nice and normally something that comes in higher end microphones, so it's definitely very nice to see it included here. We do also have a little hole on the side of this one, so if you wanted to even like hang it to something or something like that, then you're able to do that, and it is just mounted magnetically. So that's super nice, and you can also, of course, mount it to any surface that is metal or magnetic. So if you wanted to mount it even to your fridge or something like that, to pick up audio near that, then you're able to do that as well. So overall, it's very nice to have that magnetic mounting system as opposed to just a normal clip. Setting up this microphone for actual use is very easy. You just go ahead and open the case here, you take out the transmitter, and then you can take out one or both of the actual microphones. When they're taken out of the case, they automatically go into this sort of pairing mode, assuming they're in standby mode. So then it's very easy to just go ahead and plug in the receiver to the bottom of the phone here. And you can see a little light will come on the receiver, indicating that it is paired to that first transmitter, and then this light will turn solid on the transmitter itself. Then within the microphone itself, we do have a few different mode options. Right now we have it in the standard noise cancelling mode, but pushing this yellow button on the side transfers between this noise cancelling to the sort of regular mode, and then we also have a mute mode and then a reverberation mode as well. So a few different modes here depending on the kind of audio you're going for. I think most people just use it in the normal noise cancelling, which will essentially just record what's closest to you. It will kind of block out background noise, people talking, as well as a fan or the wind or those sort of things. So it's nice to have those options, but then we can of course switch to normal mode, switch to the mute mode, or the reverberation mode as well. So a bunch of different mode options and very easy to switch between them just pushing this yellow button on the side. If you were to hold it down, that would turn off the microphone, but of course it's pretty easy to just, instead when you're done using it, pop this back into the case here and you're good to just close this and the microphones will be charged automatically by the case. I would do wish there was space for the clips to actually be stored. There's space for this magnetic mount, but if you wanted to store the clips, they do kind of have to be stored separately. So that's a little bit annoying if you're using the clips all the time, but I think most people will be just using that magnetic piece, so it's not too big of a deal overall. Another cool thing about the receiver is that it does have a lightning pass-through port on the side. So if you wanted to charge your phone while you're using this receiver, you're still able to do that. You can just plug in the lightning cable to the phone here, and then it will automatically charge the phone, and while you're still able to use the receiver at the same time. We do also have one button on the bottom of the receiver, and this will force the pairing mode, as well as if you double tap it, it will lock the connection to the microphones. The most important question, however, is sound quality. So right now you're listening straight into the iPhone's camera. I'm outside, there's birds chirping, there's wind, and so there's tons of noise, but that's just straight into the iPhone's microphone. But now we're listening to this wireless microphone, so you can see the different sound quality. This is with the active noise cancelling mode on, so all those birds and wind and all of that is completely gone. So you can hear my voice pretty isolated and free from distracting background noise. We'll go ahead and switch between the different modes here. So again, it defaults to noise cancelling, which is what we have on right now. There's even a plane passing overhead, but you really can't hear all of that. So we'll go ahead and switch to this other mode. Right now, this is just the normal mode, so the noise cancelling is not on, but you can still hear it sounds pretty good. You hear a little bit more of that background noise and all of that. But the microphone itself still sounds very good and much better than the actual iPhone audio, of course. We'll go ahead and switch again. This is just the muted mode, so we're using the iPhone's microphone. We'll go ahead and switch to the reverberation mode now. And now you can hear this mode. So this is a little bit odd in my opinion. I'm not really sure what this mode would be used for. It's just a pretty echoey sort of mode. Sounds interesting, I guess, and maybe you want to play around with it, but in my opinion, you're definitely going to be using more of the noise cancelling mode and, of course, the regular mode. So overall, the sound quality is pretty good, as you could hear. It's definitely not life-changing, but I think it does sound a lot better than straight out of the iPhone microphone, just because it does pick up much less background noise and does a much better job of isolating voices and all that, just because you actually have the microphone clipped to your shirt. It being wireless makes it very easy to just plug it into the bottom of your phone, put on the mic, and you're ready to go, which is super nice. At loud volumes, it can get a little bit tinny and all that, so it's not the perfect set of microphones, but it definitely sounds good enough for most people, and I would say overall it's a great way to upgrade your audio quality.